Biddly-boop-de-boo. Hey there, friendlies. Welcome to a completely unplanned live stream. I'm just going to put you up here in my horribly messy basement. What I'm doing here is I'm prepping for a little trip that I'm taking into the woods tomorrow with Serge. Evidently, I've got the clean canteen. That's very important. What else have I got here? I'm going to bring the Dayrock Scout. Not entirely sure what's in it right now, so I'm going to just go through that. The Raindance Bushcraft notebook for ideas I may get for future episodes. Aside from that, I've got some tiny binoculars, which I bring whenever I go out with Cody. Headlamp, just in case we're out in the woods for too long. Let's just see if the battery's okay. There's some red. There's some off. Whoa. There's one light. There's another light. There's the other light. There's both lights. For those of you who may be wondering, which is probably nobody, this is a, what's it called? Princeton Tech. What's the Princeton Tech sink? I like it fairly well. I bought Camille, whatever's the kids version. It's not a sink, it's something else. You know what? I recently bought some real... Hey, Anthony, how's it going? This is an unplanned live stream, which is why I haven't brought it up before. Know what I'm saying? I bought some really tiny beaners. I had bought them for a specific purpose, and I couldn't bloody remember what it was, but better to have them, you know? So anyway. Let me just go get my computer. I'll be right back. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I got my computer so that maybe I can see if anyone leaves any messages. Let me see. Click open the live dashboard. Work with me for once, YouTube. Be a team player, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Hey Mark, how's it going? I think it's just you and me for now. I cannot get the live. The live itch to happen. Hold on, wait, here we go. I mean, I know I'm live, but I'm not bringing it up on the computer because I want to see, I want to be able to see if anyone leaves messages and stuff. But that's not working, so. Yes, okay. Boom, there we go. All right. Anthony, okay, it's weird because it keeps telling me that people are dropping off and then, like, not. So I'm just bringing it up on the computer so that we know what's happening. So, what's up, Anthony? And what's up, Mark? How's it going? Another thing, I got a beaner on here for, you know, whatevs, right? Just whatevs. It's always good to have a beaner. This, I mean, you guys saw my video where I was talking about this bag, right? And how this slips right down into these, bing, into these side pockets. But I'm going to fill that with water before I actually put it into my bag tomorrow. Seeds, okay. Got my cooksa. I think I'll bring it, inaugurate it in the actual woods. I got my gloves. And you know, I'm still, yeah, I rang the bell like way too early. Got my gloves, and I'm still disappointed about the condition that Camille's gloves came in. They arrived dirty. I mean, she dirtied them up a little bit too, but she was disappointed when she opened that packet and these gloves were this dirty. I don't know. And like when I brought it up to give her, I said, "Yo, man, what's up with that?" They said, "Well, you know, there's some variant in the, you know, their hand dyed and everything." But I mean, no bloody way. But the thing is, they come wrapped in black tissue paper, and it took forever for them to come. So what I'm wondering is if some moisture got into the packet or something and transferred the black. I don't know. But when I give Camille things, I want her to like them, I want her to be excited about them, and I want there to be no disappointment. So that was a bit of a letdown. But, you know, I don't think I'm going to need the DEET. I'm going to bring both of my my cooking racks. I'm going to bring both my cooking racks because if I can, like if there's enough room that I can just lay this down and cook on it, then that's fabulous. If I can bring up 2 rocks or something to... See, the thing is, this is a very widely spaced rack. So, you know, if I'm throwing sausages on there or something, it's okay, but... I'm just going to bring it. I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, you guys have seen my, this little expedition one, right? What's it? Expedition research. That sounds like the kind of job I would like. What do you do? Oh, I do expedition research. Sounds like you get paid to, you know. When am I going camping? We are going camping this summer at some point, but I'm just hitting the bush for like a day trip, you know. Like this is a much... Mark, you think I should bring them both? They don't add that much weight, so I think you're right. I'll bring them both. See which one brings the success. All right, boom. There we go. This is my my second attempt to shoot this live stream tonight. I'm gonna bring the pocket bellows. I should put the pocket bellows in my fire kit though. You know, I've been trying to keep my stuff organized. I've been trying real hard, but every now and again I sort of slip. You know what I'm saying? What do I got in here? Oh yeah. Okay, so in that video where I first showed off my packed out when I inaugurated the Day Scout, what's it? The Day Rock Scout. Remember I had that big old wrap of bank line. I cut it down to like a little 50-footer because no way, right? And I don't know. I've got a pencil in here. Whatevs. But I have my three diamond plates, which I use as field sharpeners. Still got my big old hank of paracord because you never know. Man, paracord can, because you can use the threads inside and everything, it's just unbeatable, you know? I mean, I don't love synthetics, but I do make an exception when it comes to paracord. I think that stuff is fabulous. Okay, but that's not my fire kit. Tinder bag. I really emptied my tinder bag out in the last couple of trips I took out with Serge. So I spent some time making some feathers. You know, making some feathers. Stuff like that. Fat wood. Silky saw, of course. Always gotta have a silky along. my tarpaulin. My tarpaulin. AgroQuest tarp. That is not a paid endorsement, but it's a pretty nice tarp. You guys have seen it. It's a 3x3 or 10x10, depending on which measurement system you do in fact like. I am a dedicated fan of the metric system, being a good Canadian and all, but for the sake of the YouTubies, I have been attempting, let me see if I can figure out how to, okay. Paracord, use some today to up your grapevine. Really? Interesting. Like, just to tie it back onto the, whatever the hell they grow on? Let me see. I need a food prep knife, right? Which I keep showing off. And you guys don't seem to get tired of, so I'm just going to keep showing it off. You know, it's funny, I was thinking, like, you know, in backpacking and stuff, there are these guys who like to go ultra light, you know? I would be terrible at that. I'd be awful. You know, all I bring is a penknife, and instead of an axe, I just sharpen a rock when I get to my campsite. It's like, you know. Mouth spreader. Since I went and finally got one, I may as well bring it, just in case I can do some water in my clean canteen. Now, yeah, it's still gonna be wet, so still the F1. Beautiful, beautiful freaking knife. They're not beautiful, but there's something about them that's just magical. Just magical. I love this knife. I love this sheath. The sheath to me is as important as the knife is. As I've said to you guys before, like my first serious knife was the Bear Grylls Ultimate. The fine edge, not the serrated. And the reason I got rid of it, well, there were two reasons. A, it was more survival knife than bushcraft knife, and I know that there's a lot of people who are like, oh, it's all just marketing, shut up. But what I mean is, the blade geometry was great for, you know, whatever, hacking your way out of a prison somewhere. I don't know, a burning helicopter or something. But, you know, it's not great for feather sticking and stuff like that. It was very robust geometry. Mystery steel, right? It's Gerber. But what made me, like, forget about it was the sheath. If I don't like the sheath, I'm not going to like the knife. Especially because I'm not yet at a position where I can just make up a sheath, you know? Agua Canyon. You know what? See, I'm grabbing for the Agua Canyon saw because I've got whatever you call these things, like a sleeve for it. But hold on. I should really bring this, shouldn't I? I was so bloody excited to get it. I should get it into the woods, I think. What do you guys think? The issue is, well, maybe I can fit it into that sleeve and just like leave the agua here and fit this into that sleeve. I don't know, what do you think? Beauty or the beast? I don't want to bring them both. I think that would fit in there. Oh, piss it, it's just a little too long. Oh, maybe. I'll think on this. Because I have been dying to get this new saw into the woods. So nice. So nice. Sorry, I just banged you there. Right, so I will put my... I think this is my fire bag. I'm just gonna make sure that I've got everything in it, though, because it would be kind of embarrassing if I, you know, got the fire bag out at the camp, at the, you know, the base camp, and there was nothing in it. This doesn't look very full. What's going on here, Holmes? What happened to my fire kit? 3 pieces of char cloth does not make a fire kit. Did I put it in one of these bags? Oh, there's my sunglasses that I've been missing for a year. In celebration, maybe I'll just, you know, put them on. Looking cool. Hey, Outdoor, how's it going? I'm just getting packed up for a day trip tomorrow. What do you guys think, eh? Boom. Forgot about it. Okay. They're also no longer the prescription I wear. But I'll tell you something for free. These were expensive. So, hold on. Let me just see. Oh, yeah, I just did a day trip. Hey, Vegan Strong, how's it going? I'm trying to... Oh, piss it. I'm trying to bring up the chat. It is very difficult on... Yeah, I'm no, Vegan. I'm not actually going camping. Just heading into the woods for a day trip. Anthony, who would fit in a folding chair bag. So much truth. Like, I'm trying to get that chat window to stay there. Damn you, YouTube. But right now, what I'm trying to do is find my fire kit. Because I don't know where it is. Now these are binoculars. Which I will not need. Where the hell is my frickin' fire kit, Holmes? What's going on with that? My old fire kit tin is now empty. So it ain't there. I could always borrow Camille's fire kit, but that's kind of embarrassing, right? Stealing your daughter's fire kit. What? That's not what us fine, upstanding, bushcrafty dudes do. No, that's also empty. All my like old fire kitty things are empty. Anything in this Altoids? Yes, I've got me some chocolate. Tick key. Now I'm not gonna need this. Don't need a tick key yet. This saison. What do I got? I got more fat wood. I got tent pigs. I got more tent pigs than I know what to do with. What's this? Oh, there's Camille's headlamp. It's also a Princeton Tech. Hold on, let me turn it off. Princeton Tech bot. See, it's all cute and pink. No, I'm in the unfinished part of my basement. Vegan. I have a garage, but it's falling apart. I got more cheesy. It's okay. I'll just bring a bunch of matches. I can light anything with matches. Just kidding. Come on, man. Show me the chat window, you fool. Hey, Craig. Top chat, live chat, all messages are visible. Boom. Thank you. Now, let's see what's going on. I am in my PJs, actual. If Fred Rogers went camping. That's not funny. Actually, it's hilarious. I resemble that remark. Where the crap has my fire kit gone? You know, this is embarrassing. Oh, just let me roll that away. I have an idea that it might be where I really don't want it to be. So I'm just going to check that. maybe in my Eberle stock, however the hell you pronounce that. Eberle stock? Eberle stock? Hey, I don't know. How would you guys pronounce this? Whoops, what the hell's the brand name? How would you pronounce that? Eberle stock? Ooh, well, I found where I've been hiding the tea towels. So not the same as finding where I've been hiding my fire kit. More matches. Oh, piss it. My fire kit's in the garage. It's in the garage. Alright. But now I know where it is. Yeah, it's because at one point, my buddy Robin and I were using the table saw, and it was minus like 20. So no, I don't have a haversack yet. I keep looking at the, you know, the British ones at Varistelica. However, since I'm about to order the parts for my new computer, that's what I'm spending money on right now. Vegan man. Okay, I'm not going camping with you. I'm not great with walking around. April. Okay, Craig knows how to pronounce it. Yeah, that Iberla stock. Won't you be my neighbor? That's my hunting bag. Of course, I haven't been hunting in a few years. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to go again, but you know, whatevs. That's neither here nor there. Okay, so gonna throw the possibles pouch in because that's where all my cordage is. Why do we use the word cordage instead of cord? Like, what the hell's up with that? What's up with that? Tinder sack, tinder bag. You know, I've really trimmed down what I'm putting in, but I still think I can trim it a little more. I know that it's going to come with experience, but I still feel like it's a little big. Another thing I'm going to bring, I'm not sure what we're eating yet tomorrow. We'll decide on the way. What do you guys think? Which one comes? If this one does fit in there, that would probably simplify, because then I'll just, you know. Dave Canterbury called it cordage for the 10 C's. Yeah, but you can also call it cord, right? You don't have to call it string. Cordage. Cordage. I say cordage. F1, baby doll. F1. One of the finest, if most plain Jane knives ever made. So, pocket bellows into the currently empty fire kit bag. Fire bag kit. Tender sack. The tender sack is something that every man comes equipped with. Yes it is, which reminds me that should come. That's my wool blanket. That's my shmog. Right here is my iron tripod, my cooking tripod. I don't know if I'm gonna bring that or not. If Savage was on, he would say whether or not I should bring it, since I'm going with him. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I was gonna do. I'm going to right away put the blanket onto the bottom of the bag. Let me just check the chattage, live chat. You know, I keep hitting live chat so that everything just shows up, but it keeps getting hidden. I bear no stock. What am I doing? Yes, I'm grabbing my blanket. I'm getting old, guys. What am I doing now? What was it I was gonna do? I think they put some sarsaparilla in my morning tea. I don't even know what sarsaparilla is. I've never had that. Way back in the day when I worked at Starbucks, which by the way is where I met the missus, working at Starbucks. She was my boss, and the night that she bruised my ribs, I knew I had to be with this woman. Now granted, she bruised my ribs because I was pouring a large Starbucks-sized scoop of ice down the front of her shirt from behind. So it's not like I didn't deserve it, but it was love at first crack. By which I meant the sound one of my ribs made under her elbow. Those were the good old days. Roll this fool up, stick it under the bag. Gonna take a hike tomorrow to skate out some camping spots for the North Central PA gathering in April. That sounds cool. An iron tripod would fit in a folding chair bag, you think? Outdoor, we're just going to the place where I've shot a couple of videos lately. Well, lately by which I mean several months ago. The sugar maple, you know, whatever they call it, cabane à sucre in English, where they make maple syrup. What do they call those places where they make maple syrup in English? Like, it's a strand of maple trees with a little cabane where they make the syrup. What do they call those? Because in French, that whole thing is called a cabane à sucre, which is a sugar shack, I guess. No, which is a sugar shack. But, like, is that what they would call it in Vermont? You know? Where they're pretending to be a center of maple syrup production, but they're not. Because they're not Quebec. Just saying. I will get this blanket stuck onto the bottom of this bag. Just you wait. Where the hell has gone there he goes. Ugh, it's not loosened enough. This is awkward. This is highly awkward. This, awkward. Okay, let's make it good and loose. Let's make it good and loose. There we go. And try it again. How's everybody's Saturday, by the way? I didn't think anyone would be around. We're at Sugar Shack. Okay. Sugar Shack. Which is funny because that is literally a translation of cabane à sucre. Alright, I need a little knee action here because this is crap. No, I totally buggered that. Hold on. Oh, Jess, come on, man. You're better than this. Giving myself a little pep talk here. There we go. That's a better folding job. That's about right. Oh, no, it's not. That'll be fine. Hey, how's about I just... No, that would be ridiculous. Yeah. This is all wrong. Come on, guys. How come you let me do this, eh? This is all wrong. Looky there. It's just, no, this is not right. My corners are not lining up. It's just a disaster of epic proportions. An epic proportion disaster. Horn Brothers Woolens, Lindsay, Ontario. 51-inch, moth-proofed. Now I know. They're all bloody 51 inches and moth-proofed. Canadian Forces is nothing if not predictable. I wonder if if the US version of these are all the same size as the Canadian ones. I just missed something. Vacuum the wool blanket, yeah. Sugar Shack, okay. Vacuum pack, vacuum seal it. No, Cabana is not a direct translation of Sugar Shack. I should like Ranger rollers. But the thing is, because I don't have a horizontal surface for me to work on right now. Because you're on my horizontal surface. This is going to work. This is totally going to work. I'm very optimistic. You know, it's funny because the wool blanket is definitely not the most glamorous part of any bush gear setup. But it is so much more important than people tend to give it credit for, you know? Good wool blanket, you're set. You're absolutely set for all kinds of things. You can use it as a ground cover. You can use it as shelter. You get soaked without losing the thermal properties. You can't beat it, man. And these ugly ass Canadian Forces ones are a true classic. Every country has classic certain things, right? Like in the States, you know, your classic round is the 30-06. Whereas here it's the 3/03. Let me see. Flags hanging in a corner in the basement. Yeah. Lay down. Except, okay, we've got some holes in our somewhere in our foundation down here, and because of the thawing that's been going on. There's a lake right here, and there's a stream coming. Well, they've sort of dried up now, but for the past few days, we gotta get that crap looked at, guys. We really do. But that is the money, you know what I'm saying? That is the monies. I don't want to spend the monies. We don't have the monies to spend. That's the problem. But it's part of the plan. Part of the plan. We're gonna redo this whole basement at some point. You know, when the bank decides they'll let us. It's funny whenever someone asks me if I'm a homeowner, I say, actually, technically the bank is my homeowner. He says sardonically, without a trace of anger or bitterness. This is definitely tough to do solo. Okay. All right, I'm going to give it one more try. Well, no, I'm going to give it as many tries as it takes to do it. One more try, my butt. You can't give it one more try when you got to get it done. You know what I'm saying? Oh, still too damned. Come on. Come on now. It's possible that shouting, "Come on now," while the girls are sleeping in the living room above me is not the smartest thing I could have done. These are, Cheesy Poof dollar store straps. I would like to send Malcolm the money for some actual Hidden Woodsman ones. It's just that the shipping and everything related to getting them across the border and into Canadian dollars, those $15 straps become $40 straps. So I ain't gonna do it right now. Let's see if what I'm missing in the live chat. Sure, my fence contractor would be happy to come back and do the work. You're such a jerk. You should have come and helped, man. That would have been fun. I mean, we were working on the hottest day of the year. We were sweating like a bunch of pig dogs. But it was a good time. And I still have 2 sides of the yard to fence in. So, hey, if you want to come up and have some real Canadian maple syrup, I meant to do that. Boom, baby. It's all part of my hapless act, you know. I don't know if I'm gonna bring my I don't know if I should bring my tea can this time. I always bring it. But I'm just not sure. You know what I'm saying? Just not sure. Oh yeah, so about the pocket bellows and the mouth spreader. Camille saw that episode where I showed them off. She said, "Daddy, I want those stuffs," because, you know, no matter what she sounds like, she's still a French-speaking little girl speaking in English. So she said, "Daddy, I want those stuffs." So, as any spectacular dad who still knows how to say no to his child, I ordered them, and they should be coming in on Monday, so they'll go into her own little bush kit. The pocket bellows I actually partly bought for myself from my experience with her trying to start the fires without lighting her hair on fire. Brown trout, what? By the way, Craig, for the record, I cannot eat trout. I will die. I can't eat any of the red-fleshed or the pink-fleshed fish. Anyway, so I bought that pocket bellows to try out because I was going to make one out of a dollar store back scratcher. But, you know. First aid kit's over there. Gotta make sure to bring that. Oh! Come on, Jess. You can't hit the woods without an axe. Am I right? Am I right? Because I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. You know, until I can afford a council tool, I gotta tell you, those Gransfors are pretty spectacular. That's my favorite axe of all time so far. I mean, I know that's a very Ray Mears kind of cliche and everything, but man, I do love that small forest axe. Bring a can opener just in case. In the States, there's a Armed Forces number for this, but I don't know what it is. Put that in the small mesh pocket in the front. Do I bring that? I don't know. I just don't know. Can't figure it out. No, I'm going with Serge. We're hitting that same piece of land where we've gone on a couple of my videos. Running away from home. Yep, I sure am. Sure am. For just like a day. Out in the morning, back home sometime after supper. TP, of course. Of course. Can't hit the bush without, right? Can't hit the bush without. First aid kit's there. Clean canteen's there. Since there are more guys on right now, bringing this or bringing this? What do you guys think? I want to try this, but I'm not sure if it'll fit. You know what? Let's stop hypothesizing. Let's just see if it'll fit. Right? Fire kit, skillet, and grill. Yeah, I still don't have a pan. I still don't have me a frying pan. I've been listening to the Nesmith book on my drive to and from work this week. You know, when I was growing up, I was the type of guy who'd read like 2 books in a week, you know. And when I used to take the bus to work, I was the type of guy who was always reading books. But now that I'm driving to work, because at home I no longer have, you know, I'm always doing stuff. So I have a paucity of time, shall we say. So I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of bushcrafty podcasts, and I have taken to listening to audiobooks so that at least, oh no, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna work. I have a drywood blade right here, which I mean I haven't taken this one into the woods yet. I usually take the Agawa, and I guess I'm taking the Agawa tomorrow because I can stuff all that into my backpack. Let's see. I mean, look. At the end of the day, it's not a. It's not you know, you don't suffer taking the Boreal 21 into the woods. You know, I just wanted to get that nice, my new one into the mix as soon as possible. Yeah. So on my Agawa, I've got both a greenwood blade and a drywood blade. For, you know, so I can take all comers. All right, so that makes that decision. It's too bad, but it's the Agawa that's coming tomorrow. Agawa. I don't need the Primus stove. TP, toilet paper, medical kit. Fill the water bottle before leaving. Saw, axe, fire kit, wool blanket. Shmog, I guess. This tripod probably would fit into a folding chair bag if I had one. I should make a slip for it or a bag for it, eh? Wouldn't that be cool? This I'm gonna wear tomorrow, so I don't have to pack that. Just seeing if I'm missing anything in Zashat. Are you supposed to keep that beautiful saw under tension when not in use? No. However, hold on. Let me go back. Don't squeeze the Charmin. I won't. Don't worry. I know better. After you've been abused that bad, you just learn. So you're buying and having to reprofile, straighten up the bit, then hone it. I don't think that should be required on it. I did not have that problem with mine outdoor. Mine is spectacular. No, you're not supposed to keep it under tension, I don't think. I've been keeping it under tension because this is very, very tight. Like, I had a real hard time getting it on. So I was trying to loosen it up just a little bit to make it easier to get on and off. But I think it's probably pretty good now. So I'll just sort of keep it like this, I guess. I'll just balance it gingerly on the edge of my workbench and hope it doesn't fall on the floor. Hoping against hope. I'll be back in a second. I'm of an age now where I make sounds when I bend over or get up off the couch. It's really quite depressing. Should I bring carving tools? No, I don't need carving tools. I should have a backup knife though, eh? What do you think, guys? Canadian belt knife as a backup blade? Wow. Hey, did I ever get trolled over batoning with this in my review video? Man, I think I've actually told you guys about that, but that dude just wouldn't give up. Man, he was pissed all the way off. Or should I bring this? It's a nice knife too. No, I'll stick with the CBK, just out of pure, you know, pure whatevs. Gloves. I stand by what I said in my. You're gonna say, place that out on the floor so you don't regret not doing it. Mora. Oh, you think I should bring the Mora? The thing about the Mora is it's definitely more of a Mora, a conventional blade shape for much of the stuff. Doesn't really matter. Okay. All right. I'll bring the Mora. Why not? It's dusty down here. God damn it. Okay. Wow, okay. That was blech. This app, this welcome to Jeez, I don't know what the guy's name in the Don't Squeeze the Charming As was. No idea. Anyways, back to the transfers discussion because Craig was mentioning it as well. It's very good. It's very good steel. It's, I mean, look, I can't afford a Mr. Whipple, really? That's where Mr. Whipple comes from. I can't afford a Northman axe, you know? I can't even afford a Liam Hoffman or, you know. I like the Swedish axes. I think that they're uniformly of a good quality. I think that's some of the upcharge for some of the other axes that we speak of a lot, say on the Axe Junkies website, you know, Liam Hoffman and all that. I always bring it back to bass guitars, right? You know, my $1,200 Fender is a very serviceable bass and it sounds great. My $5,000 Sadowski is a much better bass, but it sure as hell ain't like $3,500 better. You know, once you get above a certain pay grade, shall we say, the differences become way more granular. Your price performance ratio gets, it's sort of, I don't want to say you're on the wrong side of the price performance ratio at like a $5,000 base, but the price performance ratio is very, 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 very narrow. And I find the same thing as with axes. There's a bunch of Northman axes that I would love to get, but if in Canadian dollars they're wickedly expensive. You know, I mean they're expensive in any currency, but once you work the exchange and everything, they are ridiculously expensive. And are they ridiculously expensive but that much better? Meh. They're nice axes. I want that carving axe. I do. I want that the Robin Wood carving axe actively. But there's only so much money in the world, you know? I like that Husky Carpenter's axe as well. Because the Carpenter's axe is a little more, say the use case is not the same as, say, the small forest axe, I would buy the Holtz or the Husky Carpenter's axe before I'd buy the Gransfors one. The upcharge for the Gransfors on that axe, because I'm not sure if I would like that bit and the weight of it that much. I mean, I tried the I think it's the Husky one that they have at Lee Valley, and it was a very nice axe. Very nice weight to it, very nice balance. Not as big as I was expecting it to be, and that's a good thing. And I'm finding that the Gransfors axes are starting to sort of hove into quasi-custom price territory now. You know, they're really getting expensive, and I don't, you know, it's the same. You know, the reason I no longer have a jacklore knife on my, you know, my wish list is because he's not taking custom orders anymore. And if I'm going to spend that kind of money on a knife, I want to at least say what I want, what wood the scales are going to be made from. You know, if I don't get to customize my order, that's not the price point I'm paying, you know. And it's too bad because he's probably my favorite of the formerly custom knife maker sorry, of my formerly, hold on. Buy once, cry once, nice. Yeah, Craig, I don't think that Carpenter's axe, I mean, maybe you can use it two-handed, but nah. No, we're not going out on Crown Land. It's some friends of Serge's own a cabane à sucre. Outdoor can tell you what that is in English because we've had this discussion. And so we're going on to their land. I will click this onto the beaner. Onto the beaner. Man, the carabiner is such a good invention. Like, even outside the whole rock climbing thing, you know, you can't beat a beaner. That sounds like a marketing slogan, eh? Can't beat a beaner. Just making sure. You know what I would like to do? I would like to see a work site. Like a carpentry works. You don't remember what cabane à sucre means? Man, we just had this conversation. Cabane à sucre is the original French term for a sugar shack. So yeah, so friends of Serge's own a sugar shack, and we're going there, which is where my recent forest videos have been shot. It's a nice piece of land. We definitely have to scope it out a lot more, do a scout job, and find a drier patch to pitch our tarp, because we've been getting kind of soaked the past several times we went. Kind of soaked. But you know, we're hale and hearty Canadian guys. We can hack it. We can handle it. We're good. We're good. Let me just verify something here. Okay. Outdoor, man. We're gonna go to the mats over this. I think I'm going to rehandle this one. This was, I think, the second axe I ever rehandled, maybe the third, and I don't believe I did a good job of it. And because I was using power tools in here recently, this entire area got really doused in sawdust. But yeah, I'm gonna redo this one. I'm not happy with this handle at all. It's too bad because the grain on it's not too bad actually, but Craig, I would have spent some money on that. to have been touched by the great Craig's hand, sharpened. And I heard that until tonight. Huh. Cabane à sucre, sugar shack, like literally a sugar shack. Cabane à sucre. Yeah, I should bring the cooks, eh? I think that this is technically designed in the Sammy fashion. You put it like over your belts, and yeah. But I don't know how to work it, so. You know what I'm saying? I would like to hang it though. Hold on, let me see if I can figure it out. Right? Look. Loop. So that's got to be all about attaching it somehow. But how? Like if I can throw it through the molly here, and then, I don't know, wrap it over itself? Would that work? There's no reason why that shouldn't fall apart and like fall off. Right? Yeah, no, there's no way. What do you guys think? Let me see if I'm missing anything on the chat. Why it won't just leave the damn chat. Yeah, lots of maples. That's a good one, Craig, actually. Care more about what a day's worth of axe work looks like than what your axe looks like. As for beaver tooth, 20-inch straight miner's handle for your birthday. Gonna put a Dunlop head on it for logging axe. Okay. Outdoor actually uses axes a lot, so I always find it interesting to see what he's got up his sleeve. Craig also uses axes a lot. I recently started listening to a podcast about axes called the Axe Hounds podcast. It's hosted by Leaf, the guy who used to go by the name Skoogneef on. Hold on. Yes, it's 40 gallons to 1 gallon. Hold on. I just want to make sure that. No. Attach it to the carabiner. That's not a bad idea, actually. Hook it through the lanyard hole on the axe? Really? I think you're taking the piss. Okay, Outdoor says be right back. So everybody talk about him right now. So what was I going to say? Yeah, I've been listening to this podcast called the Axe Hounds podcast. So Leaf, he was originally, I think, called Skoogneef on YouTube. And then I think now he's just called Adirondack Woodsman or something like that. He does leather work. He does a lot of axe restorations. And like he's got a co-host, and I don't remember who he is. They're only about 3 or 4 episodes in, but it's all about axes, so I am listening. The thing about Leaf is I don't always agree with the way he says things, but Chris Killinger, yes, exactly. I'm getting the feeling that Axe Hounds is like another axe users Facebook group or something. I don't have time to investigate that because I don't have time for too many. Oh, Outdoor's back. Everybody stop talking about him. I don't have time for too many Facebook groups anymore, man. I stick with the ones that I'm on and that I like. You know. But one thing I will say about Leaf is his work is great. He's also, or he was hooked into Adventure Sworn. I don't know if they're still working together or not. I don't know what happened there, but like they were in each other's videos a lot and like the Instagrams, and then suddenly they're not. I don't know what's going on there, but I mean I hope they're still getting along. Those guys were tight. Grizzly Peak, Scabbard Fear. Grizzly Peak. Those are the metal scabbards, are they? Where have I heard that name before? I will be wearing my my Fjellraven pants tomorrow. My whatever the hell they're called. What the hell are they called? Jeez, my Vita Pros. Hey, up north of 60. Man, nice to hear from you. All is well down here. It's probably a whole lot warmer here than it is where you are. Spring is in the air, which means that when I hit the woods tomorrow, I'm going to get soaked. I'm just going for a little day hike. Not even a hike. Gonna go hang out at the base camp for a day, make some food, make some hot beverages, drink some cold beverages, come home. You know, the stuff I can get away with doing with a 7-year-old and a 3-month-old at home. You know what I'm saying? I've been digging through my stuff to get my bush gear out, and I got to sort of repack it all. This, by the way, this is called a bucket head. This was like an affordable version of a shop vac. And if you guys are looking for a really good, affordable solution for like a shop vac, I can absolutely proudly suggest that you go for anything other than this. This is shite. I tried to save a few bucks because at that point I was unemployed as hell. Spent some birthday money. It was like whatever, 60 bucks plus 3 for the paint bucket. Terrible purchase. Utter garbage. Because I was looking for a really affordable dust extraction system for the power tools. Worked like hell. Yes, it is the aluminum scabbard. Yeah. Up north of 60, how are things up where you are? What's going on? What are you doing these days? Just seeing if... Shop vac is manufactured about 25 miles from you. Man. If shop vac was manufactured 25 miles from me, I would have 3 of them. Any interest in a shop time video about restoring this saw? I'd like to do that. It needs sharpening, it needs everything. It needs all the work. It even needs a new handle. So I think I'm gonna learn how to do that. I'm not gonna do all this, whoops. I'm not gonna do all this decorative garbage. I hate that stuff, but it's a nice old saw. It's got no brand name on it to speak of. There's just a spot. I was just testing a like a stainless steel scrub thing. Scrub. This one's not worth. You have a 6-man single man saw you'd like to refer. Oh yeah, I just watched a Mr. Chickadee video on doing that tonight. This one is destroyed. This one is not worth it. This one, like, you can maybe take the metal and make scrapers out of or something. It's too bad. It's a Canadian-made distance saw, but you know you can't save them all. I guess if I had an old one from your grandfather that's in the same shape. I don't want to take up too much of this live stream with tool talk, but just a few things I'm sort of planning, you know. Now I always bring my tiny Wetterling's axe as well as my small forest axe, but like as you guys know, I'm really working to lessen the load in this bag. Spring is coming early this year. You had a few days of plus 10 last week. Holy crap! Up where you are, that's epic, man. Make an ulu and an Utsi knife out of that distance saw. Could make an ulu. I've got an ulu upstairs, but it's like a dollar store special. It's a terrible ulu. It doesn't hold an edge. Doesn't take an edge very well, in fact. But you know how it is. Yeah, I don't know what else to pack. Aside from the stuff that I'm not gonna go and get because the camera's not that mobile. Yeah, I'm looking forward to even just doing a day trip tomorrow. I would really like to. What did Anthony say? If you were on the same page, then make a knife with a saw. Yeah, I probably. That's not a bad idea. That would be a thin knife, though, man. Like, that'd be a thin freaking knife. But you know what else? Because, I mean, it's only a millimeter thick, right? Take my brew kit? Yeah. What do I have for first aid? I have a pre-made medical kit. Hold on. All right, guys, talk amongst yourselves. I'll go and get it to show to North of 60. Maybe I'll bring this too. What do you guys think? I don't need it there, but just to sort of practice, So maybe I'll bring that. So yeah, this is what I have. It's a 1 to 7 day. It's a 1 to 7 day, 1 to 6 person medical kit. I'm showing you guys the English side. This is the side that I usually look at, but yeah. This is the Mountain series, whatever the hell that means. It's a pretty nice kit. I keep wanting to build my own smaller kit. I think it's One Tigress has a little an empty medical kit that you can pull open with one hand if you're, Dr. Sharp, make it into a knife and fork combo that slides together for a neat Civil War, like a reenaction thing. I don't know anything about those, but I will take a look. Getting that LK35 into the forest. Nice outdoor. I'm not going to play this song in the band. So you think I should bring the brew kit, eh? Alright. See, because the reason I was going to leave it home this time... Hold on. Well, that's the thing, right? I just stick this on the pack, but I want to make a much smaller kit for this year because it's too ungainly, like hanging around on the pack, or like if I'm not packed up too much, I can fit it in, but it's ungainly. It's something I have to fix this year, And by the way, this is smaller than the one I had before. It's like. With first aid, the more experience you have, the more you realize you don't need so much stuff. Like people, especially when they're really beginning, man, first aid kit, they just pack it all out, right? They bring everything. I may need a tourniquet. I may need to deliver a baby in the woods kind of thing. It's like, no. What I think is if you're going on a short trip, hold on. If you're going on a short trip, you should think of a first aid kit more as like a trauma kit, right? Because if you get like Giardia or something, you're only on a day trip, and you're like maybe a couple of kilometers from your car, kind of thing. Whereas if you're going on a longer trip, you need to plan for, okay, he drank bad water, as well as Jesus, he just put an axe through his shin. For a shorter trip where you're near the car for the whole time, I think you got to plan more for sutures and stuff like that than some of the things that can really hit you, after 5 days in the bush with no access to clean water, or, if you drink something bad, or you get bit by a tick. If you get bit by a tick, even in the backyard, you got to deal with that right away, right? I need bacon and steak for tomorrow. Jesus, dude, you think I'm made of money? I'm not sure which to do. I'm gonna ask Serge when. Craig, you're sending photos to outdoor. I'm just wondering what. Just wondering what that rig of yours looks like. It's gotta be exciting stuff. The hell? Sorry, I just got a text out from Robin about a project I'm planning to do. Possibly on camera. So I don't know. Yeah, I look around this workshop and I see so many things that are projects I started or like things I'm planning to do for the channel or whatever, and they're just sitting there undone and they're staring at me. They stare at me every time I walk in here. I'm okay bringing this small forest axe because Serge usually brings a that one that we restored, right? That's a big honker. So, for splitting big hunks of wood, he's got that. For doing smaller things, I'm good with this. Because I did notice that the small forest axe is great in many, many contexts, but every now and again, you kind of need something a little bigger. And so I've got 2 Scandinavian forest axes, which are much, much handier for bigger stuff. Oh, I've got to go to bed soon. I've got my Silky saw and the Agua Canyon because the Silky, they're both amazing because they're both just so fast to deploy. But there are cases where all you need is like a Silky or a up north to 60. No, I do not carry a firearm in the bush. Where was I? I don't know. Down here it's a little iffier to carry a firearm in the bush. If I was up where you are, I would not. Hell, I would take a firearm going to the outhouse. At one point out in our hunt camp, we were there in the spring to sort of do the, the upkeep and everything. But the camp had been knocked to smithereens by a bear. So when we went up to do some maintenance, we had a shotty with us with I think slugs and buckshot in it or something, just in case. And that, yeah, exactly, outdoors. Sometimes you just need a folder. That time we definitely, you had the shotty with you even when you went to the outhouse kind of thing. But generally, no. I don't have anything. You sent photos to my PM? Okay, I'm gonna love this, right? I have 2 firearms, one of which, I take hunting, so, but the other's just a 22, so the bear comes at me and I've got a 22, forget about it. But the thing about my 22 is it's shorter, it's a little handier than my full length, my 270. I'm pretty sure you pack heat in the bush, hey? Up there? I would, I'd be a little paranoid being in the bush without some sort of firearm up there. Get jumped by a pack of wolves or something. Probably don't get jumped by a pack of wolves. That's probably ignorant city talk happening. Ignorant city talk. Damn you and your ignorant city talk ways. 270 is too small for bear in your opinion. Might be in my opinion too. I've never hunted bear. I do deer and that's about it. Yeah, I won't forget the tea bags. Don't worry. Abide by what Nesmic says. You always got to have some good tea. Hold on. Not outdoor man. Not the Prime Minister. It's a personal message, private message. The messaging, the app of messagation. That's a small... Oh, yes, I remember why. Excuse me. Oh, I'm tired, man. I'm bushed. I spent the day running around like a fart in a windstorm. Killed a bear with that 7mm 08, eh? Yeah. I would probably pack heat at Walmart too if I went into a U.S. Walmart. Even up here, man, I go into Walmart and I think, oh wow, what's happened to humanity? But down there, you guys get Walmart folk like you can't even believe those people exist. Yeah, okay. I think I'm pretty well packed. I'm gonna go and oh, you pack your 870, yeah. Simone's not even here. Yep, some dangerous critters at Walmart. I tend not to go to Walmart because I see it as a killer corporation. Like, you know, it'll buck, slugs, and shot. Yeah, yeah. When we were that time we were at the camp and that bear was kicking crap around, we had the same. Yep, absolutely. I'm glad that he didn't come around because I would have, you know, we didn't have a license or anything. So, Walmartians, I'm going to use that term as often as possible. As often as possible. I'm hungry. All right, guys. I'm going to finish packing this up. I'm going to figure out how to... I may just strap it on like I did last time. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to go upstairs, get my clothes ready, and yeah, see you later up north of 60. See you next time. And yeah, so that's that. I don't have a bell to ring. Rats. Oh well. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me while I was doing this very boring packing job. And I'm hoping to see you guys on Tuesday at the usual time. If anything happens, I'll drop a note onto my Instagram and the YouTube notes or posts or whatever the hell they call it, as well as the Facebook page. So, everyone have a good night. And yes, sure thing, Outdoor. I'll tell Sergio said hi.